The Philadelphia Eagles have officially pulled the trigger on a blockbuster move that is going to send absolute shockwaves through the entire NFL. A.J. Brown is no longer an Eagle. He has been shipped off to the New England Patriots in a move that signals a massive shift for the franchise. This isn't just a simple roster update. This is the end of an era for a player who was supposed to be the cornerstone of this offense for the next decade. How did it come to this? And why on earth would the organization let a talent like that walk away? If you want the fastest, most unfiltered NFL updates on the planet, smash that subscribe button right now. Let's be real about the compensation coming back to Philadelphia. We are talking about a 2028 first-round draft pick and a 2027 fifth-round selection. The Eagles are banking on the Patriots struggling over the next few seasons to make that first-round pick as valuable as possible. But here is the burning question. Did Howie Roseman actually get fleeced in this deal, or is there a genius-level strategy hiding behind the curtain that the average fan is missing? Stay tuned, because the details on the cap implications might actually surprise you. This trade didn't happen. It was the result of a long,
really dictates the defense.
many of us saw coming from a mile away. For months, the rumors were swirling, and despite the general manager's speak, where the front office insisted he wasn't going anywhere, the writing was on the wall. The relationship between the team and the star receiver had clearly deteriorated. What started as a match made in heaven in 2022, a season that felt like pure magic, slowly turned into a disaster of misconnections, cryptic social media posts, and an atmosphere that just felt heavy. When you look back at A.J. Brown's time in Philadelphia, you have to admit it was a special run. He wasn't just another receiver. He was the best wideout to put on the jersey since the days of Terrell Owens. Think about that production. 3 consecutive all-pro caliber seasons, eclipsing 1,000 yards every single year. He was a force of nature. His ability to turn a simple hitch into a massive gain, his physicality, and that unique, elite ball-tracking skill made him a one-of-one talent. He was the engine that powered that explosive offense. And for a while, he seemed like the perfect piece to bring a championship home. But football is a brutal business. Somewhere along the line, the chemistry fractured. Whether it was the target distribution, the struggles in the passing game, or the lingering frustration from playoff heartbreaks, the vibe in the locker room changed. It started to feel like a dark cloud was hanging over the facility. Every press conference, every sideline reaction, and every cryptic tweet became a distraction that the team clearly felt they couldn't afford anymore. When a player becomes a distraction, the team has to make a choice. Do you keep chasing the past, or do you clean house to protect the future? Now, I want to hear from you. Who is actually to blame for this split? Is it the front office for not managing the expectations, the coaching staff for the offensive scheme, or was the situation simply beyond repair? Drop a name in the comments right now, and let's see where the fan base truly stands on this. While some might think the Eagles lost this trade, let's look at the cold, hard reality of the numbers. If they had traded him before June 1st, they would have been staring down the barrel of $43 million in dead money. By waiting, they managed to slash that down to a much more manageable $16. $3 million. That is a massive difference. Not only that, but the organization is now off the hook for over $100 million in future cash payouts that were eating up the budget. There's a loud narrative going around that Howie Roseman got cheated, but that is simply not true. Look at the market. When there are only 1 or 2 teams legitimately interested in a player, you lose your leverage. He wasn't going to get a haul of 3 first-round picks. Getting a first and a fifth for a player who is turning 29 and dealing with knee concerns is actually a masterclass in risk management. The Eagles got 4 years of elite, game-changing production, and now they're hitting the reset button before the value drops off a cliff. Think about the way this team is now positioned. People are panicking, but they shouldn't be. The wide receiver room is actually far from dead. Devonta Smith is officially ready to step into that primary role, and honestly, he has all the tools to thrive as the undisputed number 1. He's been underutilized for too long because the offense was so focused on forcing the ball elsewhere. Now, with a more diverse group, including new faces and young talent, the offense might actually become more balanced and harder to defend. We're looking at a unit that can move the chains, create speed threats, and keep defenses guessing. The bottom line is that the Philadelphia Eagles didn't just dump a player. They made a calculated decision to shift their philosophy. It's a bittersweet moment for fans who remember the 2022 Super Bowl run. But in the NFL, you cannot live in the past. You have to adapt, you have to manage your cap, and you have to know when to move on before the drama outweighs the talent. We saw the best of A.J. Brown. We saw him track balls like a center fielder, run over linebackers, and dominate games. Those memories are locked in. But the reality is that the team was ready for a fresh start, and they managed to walk away with significant draft capital to build the next generation of this squad. It's going to be strange watching him in a Patriots uniform. It's going to be weird seeing him line up against the team he helped elevate. But that is the nature of this game. As we close this chapter, I want you to remember that the organization is bigger than any single player. The focus now shifts to the draft capital, the cap space, and the next wave of talent stepping up to prove themselves. We've covered the trade, the cap math, and the state of the wide receiver room. But the story isn't over. Now that the dust has settled on this massive move, the biggest question is who is going to step up and fill that void in the locker room. The pressure is on for the leadership on this team to hold things together. And trust me, you're going to want to hear the latest updates on how the team is reacting in the coming days. Keep it locked here because the fallout from this trade is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single second of the reaction as it